Good afternoon world. Is 1 o'clock. So today I woke up a little bit earlier, so I should have enough time to make another video. It just depends how long the video takes to get uploaded. You hear noise? I'm eating leftover pizza from yesterday. Uh, put my pizza in the oven and I toasted it. And now what? I'm eating leftover pepperoni pizza from yesterday. So if you hear me sounding weird because I'm eating food, hope you guys enjoyed my video yesterday. I talked about the Bible, Sky Source, as usual, Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson. As those will be what? Those will be the two actors I'll be choosing to hire. My movie. My last hope for seeing this movie. Yeah. Those will be the two directors I'll be hiring for my Sky Source House of Resilience movie. You know, those will be the two directors I'll be hiring. Yeah. So what? Yeah, so the only thing I'm gonna have Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson do for me and BJ is help us with the main 8 things, the main like 7, 8 business calls. Co-write the script. Co-write the script with me, obviously. Do the console arts, the board, the meetings in the console art room about the movie and discussing what pictures we like for the characters and world building. And he'll be consulting with the 7th team, and that's it. And you get your $10 million bonus for that. It's a nice deal. Well, he'll be staying in a luxury hotel for 1 year, and his feeding is paid for. Their feeding is paid for every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, so you have a limo driver take him to a nice luxury buffet restaurant in Vancouver. I have my 17 find luxury buffets in Vancouver. Call them and book VIP for all the people staying in Vancouver. So the directors, the concert artists, Um, yeah, the directors and the concert artists, they'll be staying in Vancouver for concert artists will have them stay in Vancouver for like half a year, 5 months around there. 6 months is more enough time to do all the concert artists. That's more enough time. If we need more time, I'll have them stay longer. Obviously, okay, guys. By 6 months, we should have all our concert arts finished. We should have decided which pictures are the best for the world building and the characters. We should discuss a good chunk of the movie, what changes we should make, all that stuff. It's more than enough time, 6 months. It's only the directors will stay in Vancouver for like a year. Concert artists will stay for like 6 months. And the photographers and all them are only gonna stay for like a 5 days. Like I'm gonna fly them in every like 2 months to do the shoots, and they'll plan the shoot for like 5 days. Yeah, have you stay in a hotel for 5 days. You plan the shoot for 5 days. And once you do the shoot, you get your money, you get your $10,000, whatever it is, and then I send you back home. That way I save money. Like I'm not gonna have the photographer stay in Vancouver for 1 year when you're not doing much work. No, you're what? You're wasting money. You're draining my budget. No, I just saved an extra like $1.5 million by having them not stay in Vancouver for 1 year, man. Yeah, man. Do a lot of good things with $1.5 million. You want to do whenever you make a movie, you want to do whatever you can to save as much money as you can for the movie. The main stuff for the movie. The more important stuff like CGI, clothing, weapons, set building. It's good to save as much money you can for that stuff. That's why what? Yeah. That's why what? That's why what? That's why you what? That's why you don't have the photographers and all them stay. And what? And in Vancouver for 1 year. Otherwise, they're draining your budget and you're wasting money. Fly them in for the shoot. Have them stay for like a couple days, 3 to 5 days. They'll plan the shoot, and then they do the shoot, and they get their money, and then you send them back home. That way you save money. I know what I'm doing. Don't have them stay all year long in Vancouver. No, we're going to what? We're going to affect your what? We're going to affect your budget, Suzanne. They won't affect my budget, but they're going to be. I'm going to spend actually like $1.5 million. And so I just saved like $1 million worth of money, man, which can be used to go towards other things in the project. You know what I'm saying? $1 million is a lot of money. Yeah. So I'll have Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson stay in the $4,000 night rooms. Have them stay in that room, not where they have a good experience, but don't have them stay in like $10,000 suites. No, $4,000 night rooms is good enough. It's like a cheaper suite, pretty much, right? Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna put my plate upstairs. Yeah, sorry guys. I went upstairs to put my plate up back, and I got like more drinks. Yeah, yeah. So Peter Jackson will be staying in a luxury hotel, a nice, I don't know, $4,000 a night hotel. That's good enough for the first year. For the first year and a good like month of the second year. I want Peter and them and all of them to meet the actors, to meet all the actors flown in the second year for Zanus. Okay, stay in Vancouver for a good, I don't know, 2 3 weeks until you met all the actors, both the major and minor ones. And you do the takeouts with them. He'll be in the boardroom with me, signing the contracts with the actors for my Zanus movie. But once that's over with, you can send Peter Jackson home and he can spend time with his family. Obviously, all I ask Peter is that you go over your notes as much as you can. Try to do it every day. That way you're prepped. Keep going over it every day. That way you're constantly prepped. You know, you're prepped for your scenes. Dedicate a good hour and a half every day of your time and just go over a couple pages of your notes. It's not slack work. Go over like 4 or 5 pages of your notes, 6 pages of your notes every day. But once you're done going over all your notes, go over it again. Keep doing it. Keep redoing it. That way, what? You're well prepped for production. Keep going over your notes. That way, you're well prepped for production. You see what I'm saying? Keep going over your notes. That way, you're well prepped for production. You see what I'm saying? Keep going over it. That way, you're well prepped for production. Keep going over your notes. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying yes. That way, you don't wing it. You don't get something messy happening like what? The Hobbit and the sequels. Because Peter Jackson only had, like I heard, a couple months of prep for The Hobbit, and he winged it. Hence why the movies weren't as good as the originals. See what I'm saying? The first two were okay. They're not bad. They're pretty good. But the third one was terrible. You see what I'm saying? The third one wasn't great at all, man. That was bad. Battle of Five Armies was bad, man. You had that bad CGI too. Too computery look. Too much CGI, man. Like for the Hobbit, they went overboard on CGI, man. They had like full green screens, man. That's why the world looked very, very computery. It looked amazing, but very computery. It's computery. Hence why I'm not a fan of full CGI, man. You need to have your world look natural. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be very, very strict. Make sure you have the world look natural for Zanus, not computery. Remember the Fellowship of the Ring? I want it looking like that. Have it look natural like that. Okay, I was just saying yes. That way the world looks. That way your world looks better. It doesn't look too computery. Have the world look natural. See what I'm saying? Have the world look natural. That way your world looks amazing. Let's see. Right. Now let's talk about what? Talk about Sky System. My Sky System company will be the biggest film brand in the entertainment industry. Be bigger than Disney, Warner Bros., Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate, all those companies. I sound a bit weird, guys. I'm a little tired. I just woke up, son. Yeah, I could have easily slept until like 3, but no, I decided to wake up around like close to 1 o'clock. Yeah, my Sky System will be better than all these Hollywood companies. Disney, Warner Bros., Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate, Netflix, yeah, man. We're bigger than these companies in quality, not scale. These companies are bigger than my company's scale because they all put out a lot of movies every year. You see what I'm saying? But their movies on average are like $100 million movies, $80 million movies, $50 million movies. Whereas one of my movies is almost how much money they're putting towards all the movies as a whole. Because most big companies probably put out what? Maybe 10 movies a year, maybe. 10, all the big companies probably put out 10, 12, 50 movies a year. Most of the big ones are made for on average 100 million, 150, and the smaller ones are made for 20, $30 million. And then one of my movies is 980. Yeah, my company is bigger than Hollywood in quality, but not scale. You see what I'm saying? Skyscraper is not bigger than those companies in scale. No, they have hundreds of employees. They do, like, I don't know, 10 plus movies every year. 8, 10 plus movies every year. And the companies are not bigger than my company in scale. In quality. And the companies are bigger than my company in scale, but it's not bigger in quality. My company's better in quality. As I'm putting out better movies than all these Hollywood movies. All my movies on average after Zanians are all $650 million movies on average, which easy beats out Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood can't afford to make movies for $650 million. No, it's very rare. The Hobbit I heard was made for $645 million. So The Hobbit is pretty much like the most expensive movie ever made in Hollywood, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting what, $650 million towards all my movies on average. That's why my movie will be on. You look at something on Earth, my movie. It's gonna take out all these Hollywood movies. Look at something on Earth for the organization. I'm putting $250 million towards special effects. The Hobbit, they didn't put $250 million towards special effects. No, man, they probably put, I don't know, maybe $100 million towards special effects that movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm putting on her money towards what? Towards Zanus, The Great Escape, They're Unique. Look at something crazy. Yeah, I'm putting a lot of money towards special effects. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why all the Hollywood actors want to work for me so much. Because something crazy. All the Hollywood actors are going to want to work for me so much because they want to what? They want to experience success and fame with King I and Queen VJ. They don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved. That's why they're all going to what? Desperately send the reels, and they're gonna network with these actors for Zanus. But these actors for Zanus are not going to get a award. Why? Because Hollywood's a selfish what? It's a selfish place. Obviously, everyone is only for themselves. They don't want these people rising to level. Hence why what? They're not going to give word. They're not going to give word in Hollywood. They don't want these people rising to the level. See what I'm saying? They don't want these people rising to the level. Hence why the Hollywood actors are not going to give word. See what I'm saying? Because they don't want these guys rising to the level, and they're selfish, obviously. Yeah, when I was in Hollywood, you brushed me aside. So what makes you think I'm going to give IMJ word? No, I'm not giving you word. You brushed me aside. I'm not giving you word. Yeah. In other words, those actors get what they deserve in Hollywood. These actors in Hollywood, they get what they deserve. They what? They wanted to what? They brush all these guys aside. Hence, when these guys are now in my movie, they're all panicking, asking for word. And now these actors are not going to give word. Yeah, I'm not giving you word, man. You brush me aside, I'm not giving IMVJ word. And they're not going to give me VJ word. No. These guys are all going to ask for word. They're not going to give word. Because Hollywood's selfish and everyone's for themselves. It's understandable. Hollywood's a competitive business. Everyone's doing their very best to have a successful career. Hence why what? Oscar Isaac brushed John Boyega aside. Guaranteed John Boyega asked him for word. Adam Driver brushed him aside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's what makes you think John Boyega's going to give the word? No, he's not going to give word. As Adam Driver and Oscar Isaac, you look at their movies after you look at their career after Star Wars, they're all successful. They're all acting in all these big budget movies. Whereas John Boyega, you can tell he's struggling a little bit to land big budget movie roles. And he's been doing like independent movies. After Rise of Skywalker, John Boyega has been landing like Netflix movies, independent Netflix, smaller budget Netflix movies, like independent movies he's been landing. John Boyega. As I told you, the rising stars also struggle to land big budget movie roles too. Because they're competing with the A-listers. Because they have pretty good agents, chances are in like every couple years they can probably land a major role in a big budget movie. A pretty major role in a big budget movie on Rising Stars. Because they have pretty good agents. You see what I'm saying? But even Rising Stars struggle landing big budget movie roles too, yeah. Like Adam Driver did quite a bit of big budget movies after Rise of Skywalker. He did House of Gucci, he did Last Duel, he also did another movie, I forget what it's called. Oscar Isaac did Dune. He did Moon Knight, which is a television show on Disney Plus. He also did another big budget movie. I forget what it's called. Like those guys are landing big budget movies, yeah. They're landing big budget movies, hence why what? They're landing big budget movies, hence why what? Hence why they're landing big budget movies, hence why what? Hence why what? They're obviously A-list actors. They're not big ones, obviously. They're small A-listers. They're kind of like, they're not that big, obviously. But compared, you look at their movie, their career compared to John Boyega's and like Daisy Ridley, they have more successful careers. You know what I'm saying? Hence why John obviously asked them for word, man. Hey man, Adam, can you give your producer a good word about me, man? You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you give your Dune producer a good word about me? You know what I'm saying? Because Oscar Isaac was in Dune, obviously. Can you give your producer a good word about me? You know what I'm saying? Hey Adam, can you give your producer a good word about me? And they what? They don't get word, obviously. As Last Duel was a big, even though Last Duel flopped, it was a big budget movie, obviously. It was a big budget movie, and what he acted alongside Matt Damon, Adam Driver, in that movie. He was a major villain in that movie, Adam Driver. Yeah, they're all having like successful careers in Hollywood after Rise of Skywalker, obviously. But John Boyega, you can tell he's struggling a little bit. Daisy really is struggling a little bit too with landing visual roles. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not A-list actors, they're rising stars. That's why what John Boyega is not going to give word. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? After Rise of Skywalker, you guys all landed all these good movie roles. Whilst I was doing all these independent movies. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm in Ivan's movie and I haven't, and what? This is a huge opportunity. You're scared of me bigger than you. You're panicking, and you want me to give Ivan your word. No, I'm not giving you a word, man. Yeah, he's not gonna give a word. John Boyega is not going to give word, man, because he doesn't want these actors rising to the level. He doesn't want these actors rising to the level. See what I'm saying here? He doesn't want these actors rising to the level. And that's why he is not what? He is not, John Boyega is not going to give word. See what I'm saying? That's why John Boyega is not going to give word. Because what? He doesn't want these guys rising to his level, obviously. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Now, those actors in Hollywood go they deserve. They brush all these actors aside, hence what? Now that they're in my movie, they're the what? These guys are no longer going to be saved. They're going to be left behind, yeah. They're no longer going to be saved, they're going to be left behind. What? Yeah. But these actors in Hollywood know they're not going to be saved. They're going to be left behind. And they know my company, yeah, we know Ivan's company's better than fucking Hollywood. Because once they see the website launch and the trailers for the doc and all that stuff, they're going to see a glimpse of BBJ's company. It's working in the studio office. Holy shit, Ivan's company's better than Hollywood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And well, yeah, like, holy shit, Ivan's company. They know I'm putting $1 billion towards a Hollywood cannot afford. That's how much Hollywood does for their box office. They do like a 980 a billion. I'm putting that money towards freaking the movie. Because I have the keys, I can make my movie for $980 million easily. Whereas in Hollywood, they can't do that. If Hollywood made a movie for what? For $980 million, they would have to charge like $35 for their tickets, man, to make their money back. Like $30, $35 to make their money back, which they're not going to do. The max Hollywood can make the movie for on average is like $200 million on average for big budget movies. $300 million is very rare for big budget movies, man. Unless it's a really big movie like Avengers, and like and what Justice League, then they can maybe make it for $300 million. But on average, big budget movies in Hollywood are $150 million, around there. And $150 million is a big budget movie. That's a lot of money towards a movie. You can make an amazing movie for $150 million. Obviously, and yet Ivan's makes this movie for $980 million, and he puts $400 million of his own money towards special effects, like millions of dollars towards the IMAX cameras. So yeah, man. See what I'm saying? Yeah. 3 minutes here, guys. I'm gonna shut the camera off here around there. Yeah. 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 That's the amazing life me and VJ are gonna live. That's the amazing life me and VJ are gonna live. We're gonna be living that amazing life, man. Me and VJ. Yeah, man, we're gonna be living an amazing life. And that's why all the Hollywood actors are gonna desperately beg. Even why to resign them too. For chosen for Zan, because they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. There. That's why all the actors are gonna what beg me to resign them too, because my company is better than Hollywood and what. Yeah, they experienced that international glory and fame with me and VJ. They don't want to lose that feeling, hence why they're going to beg. They're going to beg. When I mean beg, they're going to sincerely beg their ass off. That's why VJ made that Begging on Your Knees song. The world's left behind. The actors are all going to beg these actors for word. You know what I'm saying? And these actors chosen for what? For Zans are going to beg me why to resign them. Because they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. Hollywood's sussing for my company. My company is better than Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they know they'll make their. Yeah, they know they'll make their millions in Hollywood like they made their millions for Sky Source. But they know Hollywood what? Hollywood's cheaper compared to Sky Source. They know they're gonna eat shittier food. They're gonna be flown commercial. They're gonna work on that shittier budget. I don't know, that 50, $60 million budget, $100 million budget movie, $150 million budget movie. Whereas Ivan has unheard technology, $980 million budget movie. You know what I'm saying? In other words, once these actors experience the technology of Zans, when they go back to Hollywood, everything feels small. You know what I'm saying? Everything feels shitty and crappy when you go back to Hollywood because it's nothing compared. The technology of Ivan's company is better than the technology for in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even though I'm doing this $100 movie and I see all the green screen man, it's nothing compared to Ivan's company. Ivan had his big sets, his big acre sets. You know what I'm saying? He poured $400 million towards special effects. Yeah, on her technology. Yeah, on her technology towards the mask of the wolves and the bats, Aerotet and all them. Yeah, man. Even though they're doing a big, I don't know, $100 million budget movie, it's nothing compared to Iden and VJ's $980 million budget Zanus movie I think they just did. And so everything feels small now when they're in Hollywood. Everything feels small. See what I'm saying? Everything feels small. Everything feels small. What? We're in Hollywood because they were just a part of a $980 million budget movie. Everything feels small. Yeah. Everything feels small. That's why what? Hence why what? Hence why what? Me and VJ are gonna what? Be the boss, and all these actors and all are gonna so badly want to work for me. VJ looks me crazy, man. All gonna want to work for me and VJ. Looks at me crazy, man. All gonna want to work for me, man. Something crazy, Adam. They're all gonna want to work for me so much. They're all gonna want to work for me so much. It looks at me crazy. Yeah, man. Anyways, I'm gonna shut my camera here. I'll what? I'm going to continue my second part. Just give me a sec here.